What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good holiday season. This is just a short, quick stream, and I'm gonna show you just a snippet, just a little bit of my favorite Christmas song this week.
Christmas mystery.
I'm super busy. Is this a long song?
1, 2, 3, 4. Santa is a furry freak with epic superpowers. He flies to every human home in under 14 hours. He's a master burglar.
No.
A pro at picking locks.
No.
If you don't leave milk and cookies out, he will put dung in your socks.
That is not part of the lore at all.
If you night and don't jump on your bed, Santa comes with sugar plums and hurls them at your head. But if you're on his naughty list, he shoots missiles at your toes.
We have to get to this. There's a
He
funny
might
moment
just
coming up here.
roast your chestnuts with his powerful flamethrower.
No, he doesn't have a flamethrower.
Rain, 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 rain.
He's got a cool.
What's this, lady?
Dear, 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 dear.
What's this right here?
I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here.
Good stuff. Anyway, I just
They're
if you
playing some
haven't,
sweet guitars.
yeah, if you guys haven't seen if for some reason you're subscribed to a Disney Plus and you like the old James Gunn stuff from the Guardians of the Galaxy stories and everything, this is actually it's a 40-minute holiday special, and it's really fun and really funny, and it's hilarious. It's a good time. So it's good performances by great musicians there pretending to be aliens.
That is funny. I have to check that out.
Yeah.
And so, meanwhile, we're gonna get this story out of the way real quick because it's disturbing and ridiculous. But yeah, apparently in New York, okay, they built a wooden sensory deprivation cage for kids, and so they were keeping kids in there to get them to be quiet. So that's in New York. That's
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
this is. Forgive me for laughing, everybody. I laugh at this point because AI is going to destroy everything, and I'm just laughing at this point because we have to. If we don't, and we might, it's like either run away, in threat of death, or laugh at it while you watch your own demise.
Could you imagine if your kid came home and said they were put in one of these?
Yeah,
You
no, I
know,
can't.
that reminds me of Matilda. What do they call it? The chokey. When they throw the kids in the chokey.
Wait, I know. I don't know. I need to know what that is. I don't know what that is. The joke.
Really? You didn't see that? It's an old movie, Matilda, and it's like a Principal Trunchbull. And the choke, it was it was a closet with nails and saws. And
Okay.
Kids
There you
in there
go.
and locked
That's
the
what it
door.
is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Well, before we get into some serious news, I wanted to share this because this is actually another really good news item, and this has to do with Terminator. This came out 2 or 3 days ago, and it's a side scroller video game. And this is just an idea I had, you guys, last night. I think it'd be really fun if we got a game that was funny and hilarious. Side scroller craziness like this. If we could get like a 4-player game, just get us all playing at once, I think that would be pretty fun. And it's actually super easy to do. But can you see this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just play a little bit of this. It just came out like 3 days ago.
All right.
And it's called Terminator No Fate.
Oh, we got some dogs. Hold on. Nice and easy there, buddy. The
Anyway.
fact that this game even exists.
So if any of you guys are, Terminator fans, I mean, it came out in 1984. I think I was 9 years old when the first movie came out, and good stuff. So all of us diehard 80s Terminator fans, all of us Gen X dudes, were all eating this up because this is what it was: side scroller games and Terminator. So that's all it was. So
Dude,
Anyway.
Terminator 2 is all-time classic.
Yeah.
Man.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%, 100%.
I know Kyle would be on board for that. He has some crazy game footage.
if you guys ever if you're ever curious about the sequels to those, if you feel like checking it out, please do yourself a favor and check out this. It's the Sarah Connor Chronicles, and that takes place right after Terminator. Well, it's kind of a Terminator 3. It's the best Terminator 3 that they could do. It's not, it's television budget, but it's still really damn good. Sarah Connor Chronicles. Anyway, good stuff. Let's see if we can jump ahead and see if we can.
What is on this side? Wait, there's like 2 ways you can go. Does it actually matter? I could get more points for that. Okay.
But I think it'd be a hell of a lot of fun for us to get going on a game like that. I think that'd be really fun to play together. That would be a blast, a super blast. Anyway, so we're going to move on from that. So I'm just going to give you guys some ideas, and we'll just jump from there and decide what to do from there. So the next thing I was going to get into was AI news and the water, how much water it's using. And then there's also, okay, so we got Terminator. And then the Rob Reiner story, which is even more hilarious. And then there's, okay, that's good. And then Zachary Levi, was on Nerdrotic just the other day, and we're gonna share that. So no votes yet. Okay, all right. So this is what
I was gonna say. We could do whatever you want.
Okay, cool.
I'm up to whatever, bud.
I'm not. Just for anyone listening, if anyone cares, I'm not. My voice is not. It's not 100%. It's more like negative 100% at this point. So I'm having to kind of just roll with it. But I do love what Zachary Levi was saying about this, and I actually met him a few months ago. Back in October, he was doing a Comic-Con in Salt Lake, FanX, and I got to play within his group, and he sung a bunch of songs, and he's actually a great singer and quite hilarious when he performs live.
They will let you, the audience, make it. They will let you have access.
So he's talking about all the stuff that we've been talking about before, but he's on top of it. He's trying to get ahead of the game. He's starting his own studio. He's starting his own thing. And what he's pointing out here is that, of course, we're everything is going to be replaced. All of the Disney Plus stuff that we see, everything that we see now will just be replaced with our own content. We'll put in our own prompts. But his big crux here, and it's beautiful what he points out, the simple fact that when you do that, when you give everybody AI and they can make their own movie, you're giving everybody what's the word? You're making everybody think that they are more talented than they are, right? Just the same way everybody is on social media, and all the parallels that exist within that, right? Like the feminist who says men suck while she complains about men on her phone that was created by men. The same typical
Another big one that really bugs me are the entrepreneurs that sit there and do nothing and they make millions. And it's like, dude, 50 years ago, before the internet, you would have been a pleb working in a sweatshop. Don't get it twisted.
Such a good point. We're going to get to that. That should be a segue into the next thing, because the data that people are talking about, how ridiculous. Anyway, some of the data centers are how much water they're spent using and how much RAM is now. There's so many crazy things that AI is doing. But this was an incredibly articulate moment that Zach helped, and hopefully it's going to be less than 5 minutes. We'll see.
Their entire library of IP, and you can go and mix and match whatever you want and say, I want a action adventure treasure hunt on Mars starring Indiana Jones and Luke Skywalker and the cast of Avengers and Flynn Rider, because why not? And they're fighting killer clowns from outer space, and it looks like Steven Spielberg directed it, and it was scored by Hans Zimmer. Enter.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
And then I know, right? Right? And this one-of-one masterpiece is right in front of you that you have been told you're the filmmaker. Like, that's going to be part of the nefarious angle on this, is that it will program the audience to believe that they're real filmmakers. You're the filmmaker now. Put in a little bit of input and some creative thought, and you made a movie. But you didn't make a fucking movie. The AI made the movie. Everyone has a few creative ideas. Anyone can be like, oh, wouldn't it be fun if we blah, 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 enter? And that's what you'll get. And then, as you guys know, just a few weeks ago, Disney announced they're going to start with short form, and it's only 300 characters, and everything's, there's no likeness that anybody has to deal with any kind of lawsuits with initially, but eventually that's where we're going. I mean, guys, how many of you, how many of all of us, how many Star Wars fans in the world wouldn't pay very good money to go make whatever your dream Star Wars movie would be?
Anyway, so
That's literally what we were talking about, man. We were just saying that like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's crazy to see how everyone. All we can do is speculate at this point. But just to jump ahead, what Shad ends up doing is Shad, this guy right here, brilliant dude, Australian, lore master, Lord of the Rings, medieval, fantasy dude, super cool dude. And he brings about the idea. He's a younger guy. He's definitely more optimistic than Zach. So I don't know if you guys want to watch that. But I'll just get to the point. So Shad interjects saying, but it's going to be okay. I think all the really good stuff will still rise to the top. But then Zach points out, hey, wait a second. Actually, there's a lot of stuff out there that's great that nobody's ever seen. So there's a lot of stuff that's really, really good, talented stuff that hasn't pushed through. And so it is going to be weird to see what actually happens, because you're going to get a lot of people that are not talented getting a hold of this AI and making actual slop and total slop and just stuff that. So it's going to be weird. The next 5 years are going to be effing bizarre.
Look at the music industry. You have so many talented musicians and talented bands that never get heard, never get seen. Exactly. Oh, but what? Taylor Swift, top 100, top 10 every year. Like, no matter what, it's going to just come back down to who has the money to push the advertisement and to push the algorithm. That's what it'll be.
Absolutely. So that's a perfect segue into this. And this is just a quick thing on the Netflix. It's kind of an update on this whole thing, because people like me, I'm a diehard DC fan. I love DC Comics, and I see DC Comics ending up on Netflix. And to me, that is not exciting. That's not exciting news. It's going to be really effing weird, and everything's going to be convoluted and crazy. And it's going to be, we won't be able to buy anything. It's going to be all on Netflix, and then they're going to take it off when they take it off. But apparently, so the biggest, the most recent interaction here is, I don't know, just a quick update in case anybody doesn't know. Paramount offered $17 billion more than Netflix did. And they're still turning Paramount down. They're still turning. It doesn't matter. It's crazy. So on December 22nd, 2 days ago, or yesterday, Paramount amended its hostile tender offer. So there was a hostile takeover. They tried it because Paramount's and ending their end was like $30 a share, all in cash, blah, blah, blah. This is it. Come on. Let's do it. Let's go now. We want it. Come on. And then Paramount amended its hostile takeover, or ended its hostile tender offer, adding a personal $40.4 billion. Okay, so I stand corrected. I think they added another $40 billion on top of that, guarantee for billion. Okay, let me read it correctly so I know for sure. Adding a personal $40 billion guarantee from Larry Ellison, increasing the breakup fee to $5.8 billion. So in case anybody doesn't know what that is, if Netflix backs out or something happens and it's Netflix's fault, Netflix is fined $5 billion. But it looks like it was jumped up to 5.8. And correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody listening, if I'm wrong on the numbers, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty darn sure that's what it was. It was $5 billion, and now it's 5.8 billion by January 21st. So it looks like we're not going to know until January 21st, which is a damn shame, because everybody wanted to know before the end of the year. Yeah. But the point is that we're going to probably see DC, all the DC characters, everything DC is going to end up on Netflix. And Netflix will not prioritize this stuff for the theater. There won't be hype going on. There won't be, like they do for the Avengers, or at least used to do for the Avengers. Anyway, that's just neither here nor there. The point is that it's kind of a downer. I'm not a huge fan of this at all. I don't have a whole lot of hope for Paramount actually making it through. For them to just turn Paramount down so many times it's just blatantly obvious that they would rather steer it towards a left-wing agenda, because that's what Netflix is. It's a left-wing globalist organization, propagandist organization. And I unsubscribed from them today. God damn it. Anyway, all right.
From Netflix.
Yes, I mean I've unsubscribed from them a million times, but like I'm gonna really hard.
How are you gonna watch the next Jake Paul fight?
You mean,
man, those are all clown shows. Can we talk about that real quick?
Sure, yeah,
I
please.
mean,
You guys know better than I do. I'll bring it up. Please go ahead.
I'll give him credit where credit's due, because I watched it. He lasted longer than we all thought he would.
Agreed.
Like, he really did, but I don't know what he thought was going to happen. I really don't.
Some people say he may have got carried for a couple of rounds because AJ didn't throw a right hand, the right cross until the 6th round, and hardly cut him off and corner him until the 6th round. Maybe not.
Yeah,
either way,
yeah. But again, man, I will
credit.
give credit to Jake because as a smaller guy fighting a much bigger guy, you got to keep riding the bicycle. You cannot stop moving. And you know, Jake was doing good at that, and he was circling to the weak side of AJ the entire fight. Yeah. And he just slowed down, and then AJ just boom, he just came through. If anything, I think it's kind of showing that maybe these fights are not rigged. You know what I mean? Like
it could be. It could be. Yeah, I think Jake is, I mean, as annoying as he is, he puts a ton of time and money into his fight camps. And from what I've heard of people around him, he does make a huge effort to do it for real, not just like a side joke thing. So yeah, I think you're right with that. On the flip side of all this, though, time is the fire. Or what did Andrew say? Time is the fire that burns us all. Andrew Tate, after he got smoked by the YouTuber.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Andrew Tate and Jake both lost because their cardio was not up to snuff. Like, to be frank, dude, Andrew Tate had one good round, and then the rest of it was him huffing and puffing. And you know why? He sits there on his fucking webcam and puffs cigars all day long.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, dude, that's all he does is, I'm top G, both the best Cubans. And it's like, dude, and he was just huffing and puffing, because I will say, if you watch the UFC, a fighter who had just fought recently, Jan Blachowicz, 43 years old, put it to a 28-year-old kid. And they went, and ended up being a draw because Jan kept it going. Another good example is Glover Teixeira, who won the belt at 42 years old. You can do it if you stay in shape.
Yep.
It just, and
Anderson Silva was on this fight card, 50 years old, knocked out a 44-year-old Tyron Woodley. And
I don't even think Tyron's 44. Is he? I thought he was. I thought he's 38.
Maybe he is. I have to check that. But I know. So Anderson is 50.
Yeah. Yoel Romero, another good example. Like Yoel Romero, who just fought in the BKFC. I think he's 53 or 52. Dude, he's an animal. An animal.
Tyron is 43.
Oh, he's 43. Damn, Tyron. I guess I was
Anderson
thinking
was 50. Yeah. Anderson was 50 just when he knocked him out just a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Oh my God! What
I totally forgot about that clip. And oh my gosh, so sorry. So since you guys are talking about Jake Paul, did you guys think that the Tyson fight was even real? I mean, what were you guys think?
I have a hard time believing it.
Yeah.
It looks like you have a hard time believing it. Is that what you said?
It was real.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, well, because it sure seemed like he was pulling his punches, and that's what a lot of people.
He was pulling them back.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, because I think it would have been a lot. I think Tyson would have,
I think they signed a contract to not knock each other out.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just, I thought it was just funny. So,
well, do you see the amount of money these guys are making?
Yeah,
$92 million.
Yeah.
You guys, let's just
I can slam my dick in a car door for $92 million. I mean, are you kidding me? For $92 million? And apparently AJ had to pay, still had to, you know, he's from the UK, he still had to pay 37% tax on to the US, plus like a international insurance fee of 5 million or whatever. So he only ended up with 50 million of it, but still, I mean, goodness gracious.
The ring girls are all going to be AI soon enough, man. They should be worried about their jobs, even though they don't really do anything anyways.
Right. It's a sad thing when a beautiful woman that takes care of herself and works hard, and, you know, to a certain degree to keep herself beautiful, and she has only probably 10 or 20 years, if that, to make money during that time. I say, you know, more power to them, and F the AI and that. So yeah, it's crazy.
It'll be robots.
Yeah, they'll all be sex bots.
Yeah. Dude, they all will be. Or like we're talking about, where the AI is going to be in charge of the movie industry, not in charge, but leading the movie industry. You really think they're going to hire any of these women when they can just have an AI that's literally designed to be the most appealing to a specific audience? Like, come on.
Yeah. Okay. And so, we only have a few minutes, so I just wanted to get to the other stuff. If you guys are cool with that, we'll move on real quick. So this Rob Reiner story is something that's going around because it has to do with entertainment and weird crime and all kinds of crazy stuff that's happening in Hollywood now. If you have, I just wanted to show you this real quick clip from Spinal Tap 2. For those of you who know Spinal Tap, you know. For those of the you know. If you don't know, then you know,
go watch it.
This.
Honored to direct a film called This Is Spinal Tap. It chronicled what was to be Tap's final tour. But after the release of the film, Tap continued on and played such storied venues as Wembley Stadium. Then, and to the heartbreak of their loyal but shrinking fan base, Tap stopped performing. But I discovered that hope, faith.
Anyway, good. I was hoping there was a funny moment coming up, but it's not. It's just not coming. So we're gonna get to that right now. And this is a story that's going on right now. So what happened is that you had apparently there was a party right before he was killed. Rob Reiner was killed by his son. And so there's a lot of famous people this is all at Conan O'Brien's house. This was on December 13th. So very, very recently, 10 days ago. I can't believe it's only 10 days ago.
Yeah.
So they were going to Conan O'Brien's house. Martin Short, Adam Sandler, Tom Hanks, Bill Hader, Larry David, and so on and so forth. Lots of big names were there.
Yeah.
Multiple attendees and sources describe Nick behaving erratically. Nick, his son. So Rob Reiner and his son were there. Nick behaving erratically at the party. He was said to be acting crazy, interrupting conversations, repeatedly asking people if they were famous, and then appearing out of place. Anyway, it's, you know, we all saw the clips. He's kind of bizarre, kind of weird. But apparently what happened, this is just rumor. These are reported rumors at this point. Conan, I love Conan, God bless him. Conan O'Brien tried to stop some of the people from calling the police because apparently they were going to get involved in he started wanting to fight the people. So Nick, this little kid, this drug addict kid, wants to end up fighting celebrities. It's just funny. So that's the rumor. It's just a rumor. We don't know for sure, but apparently a lot of people are having to lawyer up and go and probably go testify in this insane trial. Wow. So we'll see some. Anyway, it's a crazy story. It's crazy to see. But that's really most of. So, we need to get to the main thing. So, the main story is this, and if we don't cover anything else, this is an incredible thing here, you guys. So, if anybody has been watching, 6-8 months ago, they were protesting. The farmers were protesting in Europe. This was happening all over France, Italy. Yep. Everywhere. And they were protesting. Why were they protesting? Because they were being forced to use different types of soil, etc., remove the CO2, all these other things, all these other stupid things. And Keir Starmer as a wanker just trended, destroyed them, and then all these farmers came. And apparently even the taxi services of some countries came to help. And they freaking won, you guys. This is a fucking victory lap, if you want to call it. I don't know what it is, but this is a huge victory. The Keir Starmer
the
backs down.
inheritance tax.
I thought I thought for sure that this would never. I thought there was no way they're going to have to end up. And I mean, there's footage. I mean, we could spend a whole live stream watching this footage, but there's footage of tractors driving through buildings. They're knocking over buildings at this point. I mean, it is fucking incredible what's going on. Hail to these badass Europeans who are just saying fuck off now, and that's what's happening. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful win. Let's see if I can pull up some information on it here. So let's see. That's done.
Yeah, inheritance tax is
tell us about it. Do you know more about it? Tell us.
Well, it's the idea that when your parents die or the grandparents die and then they pass on the property, you're charged tax as if it was sold, and then you have to pay capital gains on that. So can you you know what I mean? Dude, gosh. For nowadays that your house is the only thing your parents can really pass down to their children. So when they die, it's as if it was sold, and then you as the child or the inheritor have to pay capital gains tax on that. Otherwise, you're gone.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So imagine it for farmland. You know what I mean? Farmland that have been in the family for generations. You can't. It's just a way for the government to take it. Straight up. It's straight up.
And their
who's going to farm that land after? Who's going to do it?
Well, their whole plan, according to a whistleblower that it sure seemed like, there's a video they were talking about it, and they planned on just taking all that farmland and just turning it into housing for illegal people not from there. They were going to turn into apartment complexes, just like ridiculous numbers of apartment complexes, like that movie, like the Judge Dredd remake. Stuff like that. I mean, again, this is just what they had said. I mean, obviously that they wanted to get rid of the farming. They want to tax the farming. They want to control the food supply. They want to control everything. So again, this is, I just am so happy for Europe. I'm so happy for France.
That's a huge win. Yeah. Cause I would see a lot of the farmland be taken over by the government.
Yeah.
Cause that's what they're moving more and more towards, is get rid of the privatization of farming.
And again, their plan was the government was going to turn that into apartments, apartment complexes and things. So, I mean, it's just an incredible story, because I've seen these we've seen it going on for, it seems like a couple of years that the farmers have been protesting, and good for them. They may have spent a fortune in gas, but just driving around and everything. But I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing. And anyway, I cannot say how happy I am. This is a win. This is a beautiful thing, and I might even do a video on YouTube about it. We'll have to see. But when I saw this, I thought for sure it was fake, and I looked it up, and it's real. But it's exciting, it's beautiful, and that leads us into we out of time? What time is it? 5:30. Let's do. Is it okay if we just do one more? I just wanted to talk about the water. So this is what the data center. Go ahead.
I was saying,
yeah, let's do it.
So apparently, this is something that has been being contested. I have to do more research on it, but apparently, a lot of the AI data centers that are being built are using way too much water. So
to cool down everything, right?
Right. So we have so AI data centers, especially those supporting intensive AI workloads, consume significant amounts of water, primarily for cooling servers to prevent overheating. This has raised concerns about impacts on local water supplies, particularly in drought-prone areas. And so in the U.S., home to 40% of all the data centers of the world, which isn't surprising, direct to on-site water consumption. Why don't they just replace all of the useless acres and acres, or thousands and thousands of acres of land that's covered by the solar panels, right? Replace them with anyway, because solar power is not very good. Direct on-site water consumption was estimated at 17.5 billion gallons in 2023. Globally, AI-driven demand could push data center water use to 1.7 trillion gallons in 2027. It's just going to get worse and worse. Wow. So that's the point. I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you know how the Google CEO was talking about putting the data centers in space? It sounded far-fetched, but when you start talking about stuff like this,
yeah,
I mean, man, it makes sense. Like, it's dystopian, but that's unbelievable. Because if you talk about the farmland leaving, if you talk about the water supply being used up, that's just, for us common folk, man, the prices are just going to go up. It's just going to go up.
Yeah. So, yeah, that and that leads us perfectly into the RAM storage prices.
And, is that going up too?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, so there's so many memes on it though. It's so funny. So these are all like diehard computer guys that are posting all this stuff because they're going through and seeing how much RAM is now, and it's insane apparently. So the RAM is being sold to AI companies, and prices have have tripled.
What?
$200 for 64 gigs. So yeah, it's like there's a bunch of memes out there saying, "Oh, how I should have invested in RAM, 5 years ago." It's like, it's just insane how expensive all of this is now. I mean, there's just hundreds of these. Holy shit! I'm about to eBay a thing. In April, I bought 128 gigabytes of DDR5 laptop RAM. I paid $339. I ended up not using it. It's just sitting in a drawer. I just checked the current price out of curiosity, over $1,000. And so it's just because of the RAM. And so it's just, so this is probably the, next to the water shortage, that's the most detrimental outcome from AI usage and demand, I guess. So
we're really going to go back to a neo-feudalism, to where the rich have access to all this amazing tech, and then the poor and the middle class who can't afford it, man, it's just going to stay stagnant. Our smartphones won't get any smarter. We'll have access to ChatGPT, but we'll have access to it. We won't own anything. We're just going to be paying for everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm good now. You guys done?
I'm good.
Yeah.
We gotta go. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful happy New Year. We'll talk to you all soon, and have a wonderful one. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Spend some quality time with the family, everybody.
Yes.